Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. Today we're going to set up my reading journal for 2026. I've been doing a reading journal since 2023, so I'll also be talking about what didn't work for me in my previous ones and what I'll be doing differently this year. This is an Archer and Olive doc grid notebook, which is what I've always used since 2023, but this year I went for a larger one. So usually I would get the A5 and this year I got the B5. And here's a comparison so you can see that the B5 is significantly bigger than the A5. If you're wondering why I went for a bigger journal this year, I will explain that later, but let's just get started with setting it up. So the theme of the notebook is leaves and acorns, but that is not the theme that I decided to go with for my journal. I decided to go with butterflies. In many cultures, butterflies are considered a symbol of transformation or rebirth. I feel like that is very relevant to where I am in life right now, and I'm both expecting and hoping that 2026 will be a year of metamorphosis for me. So starting with the title page, I printed my name in the script font onto transparent sticker paper and then used my Cricut to cut it. And as you're about to see, transparent sticker paper was a huge mistake. We're not even 5 minutes in and I've already messed up. I did not realize that transparent sticker paper would smudge. And here I am trying to fix it, wipe it off, and I just make it worse. And honestly, it just gets worse from here, but I do end up fixing it. Now I'm just checking the rest of the transparent stickers to see if they're gonna smudge too, and they do. And then I end up with a bunch of printer ink all over my hands, which just creates more smudges. But I'm not gonna dwell on it too much. I do end up fixing it, and I think the end result looks fine. I try to use the butterfly stickers that I printed on regular printer paper to cover up the smudges. Then I also try to use a paper towel to soak up any excess ink so it doesn't, create any more smudges. But the transparent sticker paper really just doesn't work very well. As you'll see here, the ink just really doesn't stay. I decided to try wiping one of the butterflies and the ink just comes right off. And then the intrusive thoughts really just went out here because I decided I'm going to wipe the sticker on the notebook. And I just make this whole situation so much worse. And this is me just contemplating life and my decisions. And then I just decide to rip the entire sticker off, which honestly was probably the best thing I could have done. It does rip the page a little bit, but that's okay, because I do end up fixing it. I just go back to my laptop and my Cricut machine and I print out the same sheet, but on regular sticker paper, so the matte version, because the matte version does not smudge at all. And I just replace the name. And then I just add a few more butterflies wherever there's still smudges, and that pretty much fixes the issue. You can really only tell if you look very closely at the page. Oh, and I also added that washi tape at the bottom at some point to cover up the Archer and Olive logo. Sorry to Archer and Olive, but I just felt like the page needed something extra. I decided that I wanted the first page of the notebook to be a quote page, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it, so I skipped it for now. In the past, I've done yearly spreads, but I've always been really bad at updating them and maintaining them, so I thought this year I would skip them and just go straight to monthly spreads. So the basic layout for my monthly spread, at least for now, is I'm going to do a bookshelf for every month instead of doing one big bookshelf for the year. Underneath that is the calendar that I use to track what books I've read on which days. And then at the very bottom of the page, I plan on putting the book covers of the books I actually read in that month. When I filmed this, I had already read 2 books in 2026. So the first one was Catabasis by R.F. Kuang. And then the second book I read was Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. So I just colored in 2 of the books for those 2 books that I read. So this is my spread for the new releases in 2026. This is one of the only yearly spreads that I decided to keep. I think I first did this spread in 2024, and it was something that I saw on an Instagram, Bibliophile by Night. She makes amazing journal content, so you should definitely go check her out. Eventually I realized that my ruler was causing smudges, and I kind of just did away with the ruler entirely, which I'm so impressed with myself for. I just started freehanding the lines, and I don't know how I was so brave. I had to root into the depths of my brain to remember that like old trick from Amanda Rach Lee of how she drew straight lines, and I did my best. I really did. And I think it turned out pretty decently, honestly. And here I am, going back to that quote page we talked about earlier. Look at the ink on my hands. I had so much ink on my hands at this point. I had to keep washing my hands so that I wouldn't create more smudges. But anyway, I'm just creating a border here and trying to make it look a little bit rougher by hand drawing part of it, and then just placing the butterflies where I want them to go. The quote I added is from Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. The quote is something that Sazed says to Vin, and that line just really resonated with me. The quote says, "Belief isn't simply a thing for fast times and bright days, I think. What is belief if you don't continue it after failure?" And then the last page that I sort of did was the setup for the individual book pages. So I'm setting this one up for Catabasis. I could not find any stickers that I had that worked for this book, so I decided to draw freehand pentagrams. Again, I'm just like so shocked at my bravery. Well, I mean, it's not entirely freehand, I guess, because I did use the ruler in the circles, but just the fact that I drew it at all by hand is insane to me. Now I am drawing lines, and at this point you're probably wondering, why didn't you just get a lined notebook? And that's a very fair question, and I don't have a good answer for it. I think I'm just kind of used to dot grid notebooks. It's what I'm familiar with. These lines aren't going to be permanent anyway. They're just kind of a guide because for some reason I can't write in a straight line. The overall idea is just to have enough room to write about my thoughts on the book so that I kind of have a record of what I read and how I felt about it. realized later that I forgot to do my series tracker, so here I am going back to the back of the book and just creating that yearly spread. I kind of just copied over the ones from my, I think this is the 2025 journal, and oh, look at me freehanding those lines again. I'm kind of impressed that this is the third time I'm saying this, but I'm so impressed that I was brave enough to make those lines freehand. You guys don't know me that well, but this is like growth for me because it means that I'm not hung up on, perfection and getting everything exactly straight and right. I used to use washi tape to make sure that my lines are straight, and I'm not doing that here, so this is definitely growth for me. I ended up going back and coloring in those butterfly stickers because I just felt like there wasn't enough color on the page. It just looked very plain black and white, so I did my best to make the colors of the of the butterflies look as realistic as possible, or at least like pretty. But I still got a mostly blue-gray palette, but I did add a little bit of color with a little bit of yellows and browns. And here is the final flip through. It's a pretty simple journal setup. I didn't want to overwhelm myself by doing too much. I mean, even just the little that I did took a lot of effort from me, but yeah, I just wanted to keep things pretty simple and just focus mostly on giving myself space to write my thoughts on all the books that I read. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you watched up to this point, I am genuinely shocked and grateful. Let me know what your journal looks like this year. Are you doing a reading journal, and did you have as much trouble setting it up as I did? Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.